Oh, hey y'all. Oh my God. So I am back from Italy early this morning. I got in at, Lord, I want to say around 3 p.m. Italy time. Or was it 5? I don't know. That plane ride was 8 hours. 8 hours. But yeah, so I'm gonna do this review. I'm pretty jet lagged right now, but I have a Celsius. Bear with me. Whew, man, we gonna get through this. We gonna get through this. YouTube told me to get my black ass back to work, and I will. I will. How y'all doing? Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Yes, Milan. It was fun. Miss Italy was cute, a little racist, but cute. It has ruined American pizza for me. I had the best pizza in my life. Y'all know I love to eat. I'm probably gonna talk about my Italy trip on the Patreon because that's where I talk about the behind the scenes shit. So yeah, if you want to know, hey, yes, I am jet lagged. I am jet lagged. Look, I can't remember, when did I sleep? I slept. Oh, Jesus. Was it midnight last night? I don't know. Don't make me think about it because look, I'm already faded, but I'm going to do this. So, this is my review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 2. I watched this on the plane. I really enjoyed it. So far, season's okay, but we'll wait. Anywho, so we're just gonna get right into it, y'all. So we left off on the cliffhanger of Drew being asked, is she seeing Dennis? First, we hear the rumor about her allegedly holding hands, the matching outfits. Drew denies, and then she's asked a good question by Shamia. Like, out of all the contacts in the industry, you're supposed to be in the industry already, experience, why Dennis? Of all the producers in Atlanta, Brian Michael Cox, JD, Jazzy Faye, what's the name of Chili's ex? Dallas Austin. I mean, he had Kim Zolciak in the studio, but you chose Dennis. Look, and music ain't even what Dennis is known for. So I'm already side-eyeing you, Drew. But Drew says that she got Porsha's blessing, and according to Porsha, that ain't true. She gives an entire timeline of the events being invited to Drew's birthday. She says she saw her picture on Instagram looking washed. And then Drew lied, saying, well, I didn't have any makeup on. Girl, we saw the picture. We know what no makeup looks like, especially on this show. She said that she didn't know, allegedly. Porsha said this. Now, before I go on, someone on Twitter said it best. This is the battle of the liars. Like, we don't know, or we may never know who's telling the truth. And y'all know I like Porsha. I don't hate her like most of y'all do. I wanted to say some, but most of y'all can't stand Porsha. She doesn't bother me that much because, again, when I turn off Atlanta, I go about my day. I don't care what Porsha do. For real. Like, when it came to Simon. Now, with the whole Candy thing, yes, I get it. But we can't stay harping on that. We can't. Like, if we got to move on like they do. Candy has clearly moved on, so I think I can too. So then Drew then gives them her timeline of events and how her and Dennis started working together. She says she told her on the phone via text. Like, Drew be leaving out some details, which I consider that lying as well. She calls Dennis her angel, and look, that's when you can see around like the side eyes, like a lot of eyebrows raised when she said her angel. And then she then says Dennis told her Porsha was cool with it. Now, I will say something. You don't text something like that, like, oh, I'm working with your baby daddy. Like, you pick up the phone and call. Like, why didn't she just do that? Like, because I remember she said that she kept trying to get in contact with Porsha via text. Call her. Call her. Like, this isn't girl code at all. It's very Kyle Richards energy. Let me see what y'all talking about. I'm sorry, I'm not buying this Drew Dennis storyline. Well, her album came out today, and look at the executive producer credits. I mean, Dennis is the executive producer of the album. Thank you. I appreciate that. I missed y'all. I had to really dive right back into it, and I need to make sure, YouTube ain't trying to F a ninja over. So again, I appreciate the super chats, and also I feel like I'm doing it right this time. Am I pointing to the Cash App, y'all? Let me know. It's $CDiggy1, because from my viewpoint, it says I'm not pointing at it, but right there, support a ninja. Anywho, where was I? So Porsha ain't buying the excuses. I don't think Porsha thinks they're hooking up, but it's just the fact that it seems like Drew did this behind her back. Now, Porsha breaks it down for Drew and says she's a low down, dirty individual and she fucking with the wrong one. And I'm just like, damn, like, can y'all let me know, what Drew did it warrant that type of response? Let me know in the comments. Oh, yeah. I remember when I told y'all I was on vacation, like, to please keep my numbers up by watching my old videos. I want to thank y'all so much. It definitely helped. So that did not go unnoticed, and I appreciate y'all. So yeah. Look, every month, like, I try to get this channel better and better and to higher and higher heights. And again, if you're just logging in and tuning in, I am jet lagged right now, so give me some grace. Because I did not sleep yet. Like, look at what time it is in Italy right now. I didn't sleep since midnight in Italy, and midnight in Italy here was, I believe, 7 p.m. So yeah, anywho, where was I? So then Porsha then asked production, can she break the fourth wall? And they nonchalantly in the background says, break it. She continues to say that Drew tried filming with Dennis behind her back. I was like, Kenya, in the moment, is it that bad? I mean, I guess from Porsha's viewpoint. Please explain it to me, y'all. Like, oh, we will get to that, Sheree. We will get to that. Oh, thank you so much. And hello, Andrea, my mod. I appreciate you. But yes, can we get the elephant out the room? Porsha, the way you acquired your scamming ass husband on this show really makes you look crazy, getting mad at Drew for what she's doing. And I do believe to some degree that it pisses her off because she's still in love with Dennis, but more so, I think it's ego driven, just knowing Porsha. Especially watching that show of hers, that spinoff. Porsha then says that Drew tried to film a photo shoot for her Go Naked hair company. And again, I'm like, Kenya, I'm lost on that. Help me out. Like, if anything, it's helping your business, right? But look, I think it's ego driven a lot with Porsha. But then she calls Drew an awful, slimy ass bitch. We cut to Cynthia, who has just been giving some amazing confessionals, by the way. I just want to give her tens on that. But yeah, Drew, she says Drew has been caught lying more than once. In fact, several. And I agree. Like, I can't believe anything Drew says. It's hard. And then with Porsha, like, that's already, I got to take that with a salt of green. Porsha continues yelling at her while Shamia then just wants to end the conversation. Shout out to Dustin Ross when he said Porsha's monologue to Drew is very similar to when Nene went off on Phaedra. Like, you're not smart. Remember when Nene went off on Phaedra for trying to film with her family behind her back? Like, I totally saw the parallel in that. And then, especially when Nene said, you never win when you play dirty, huh? You never win. Porsha says something like, you're playing the game, you're not going to win. So I definitely saw the parallels in that. I just had to shout out Dustin right quick. And if you're watching Dustin, congratulations on his sold out shows at City Winery. I used to work there. So it really sucks that, I couldn't even be there for that. I was in Italy anyway. So all the ladies now, they go back downstairs to continue Shamia's birthday celebration. And then we see most of them like really jumped into the pool. And I was really shocked by that because they were wearing 5 pounds of drag makeup. So yeah, it looks like everyone's having a good time, they twerking, etc. And that's the end of the scene. So next, we're now with Angela, who we didn't see much of in the first episode. So I'm excited to get to know her. We're at her house, which looks really nice. Her man, Charles Oakley, she will not let us forget that she is married to Charles Oakley, y'all. He's cooking and she offers him wine and he says he don't drink white wine. And a man shouldn't drink sweet wine. I had to get this right, I had to write it down, unless he's overseas or out the country or something. I'm just like, here we go with this outdated, hyper-masculine bullshit. Y'all know it makes me so mad because first off, idiot, like white wine, there's dry white wine. Not all white wine is sweet. I don't understand how your rich ass don't even know that. Have you been to a vineyard? Have you? Second of all, white wine pairs well with different dishes, like seafood, like salmon or pasta and stuff like that. Like white wine and steak, like, no. I mean, you can, but I'm just saying, like, white wine pairs better with certain foods. And look, that's fine. Just say you don't like white wine, but don't say that like a man can't drink like sweet wine or something like that. And because you're saying something, it's just ignorant to me. And I'm just like, okay, so if we're sticking to those type of standards, then I guess you bent the rules when it comes to cooking. Because you like to do that, huh, Grandpa? Sit your ass down and pop your Viagra, please. I don't know. It just pissed me off already. Anywho, we get a background of their family. They have 4 kids between them, including one that they share together. And look, okay, Angela, with the resume, I appreciate that. She has her own money. She says she's self-made. I like her. She says she has investment properties. Currently, as her man is cooking up a storm, she's talking to her eldest daughter about Shamia's party. And I'm just like, damn. Like, he won't even, like, let her talk. Like, he's interrupting her, like, fooling around with the pots and pans. He just has a nasty, crotchety attitude. And then he even tries to clock her while she's talking. But she maintains a smile on her face. And I think that's what made it even more uncomfortable. I'm going to compare it later to Brit, but I'm just going to stick to this scene. I just think I'm tired of seeing another housewife whose man just don't seem to be interested in her. Are y'all tired of that? Like, can we look at housewives whose men adore them? It's just annoying to see. And Angela, look, I'm gonna give her 10. She's a bad bitch. Like, she don't deserve to be like in a marriage where she's treated like that. But look, hey, whatever. Not too much on Charles now. Look, I don't know that ninja. I don't know him. They say Angela is 34 years old. She got the spirit of Florida Evans, though. Angela is not mother effing 34. She definitely is not. Very tired of it. If they're uncomfortable on camera, that's their excuse. They need to stay off camera. Exactly. Oh, he's known to be reckless with his mouth. He looked like it. Just ignorant. Oh, thank you. Barb meets world. Wow, Barb's giving me super chats. I appreciate it. Hey, Chris, welcome back. Hope you had an amazing trip. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, we got another super chat. This is new territory for me. Thank you, M Soul Ocean and Sun. Appreciate you. Angela is 43 plus 8. Oh, okay. I mean, look, what I liked about Angela, she would have definitely fit in old Atlanta, like between seasons excuse me, 1 through 6. She would have fit in effortlessly. Like, I think she should have been on this show. I think Angela fits in perfectly, just in the scope of a Real Housewife of Atlanta. He was so entertaining to me. Am I the only one? He was just rude. Like, it wasn't even like, a funny rude. He was just being, I don't know, mean to her for no reason. And then she tried to just, save face. Oh, yeah, just stop it. Stop. Okay, anyway. So then next scene we're with Kenya and Porsha meeting up for lunch. Messy production. Did we need to know the background of how they got their Rolls Royce? Like, purchased by Kenya in 2022, purchased by Simon in 2022. That was messy. But anyway, it's nice to see the two of them. It really was. It's sad that we don't see Kenya's confessionals or her point of view. She's just used as, unfortunately, a figure just to carry the story along now, when Kenya is a star. So it really sucks, but it is what it is. Again, Kenya did that to herself. Let me pause right quick. Got to make sure I'm on it. Again, I'm jet lagged. Anyway, so anyway, it's nice to see the two of them. It's really been almost 13 years since they first appeared on the show together. 13 years? I'm just like, damn. I'm thinking it was 12 years in the show's time, but now it's been 13. But wow, they've really come a long way, and production has reminded us. Oh, y'all showering me with the super chats today when I just came back. Thank you. Hey, Chris. Thank you, Max V. I missed you, sir. Kenya should have been shown more and should have a confessional. I agree. I think Bravo went the wrong way about it. I think they should have just showed all of her scenes until she wasn't on the show anymore. Cutting her out, I just think that's just you ruining the show. Thank you, L Factor. Appreciate you. Hey, Chris, glad to have you back. I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad y'all, showing me love today. But of course, they're discussing the Dennis drama. We're getting Porsha's perspective, and she says her and Dennis have had an up and down relationship. And she likes where they are now, and she thinks filming, like Drew filming with him, will complicate things and compromise their relationship. Kenya then moves on straight to the Simon tea. And I'm just like, Kenya just really knows how to move a scene along and get the tea out of somebody. Porsha says when they were married, she didn't know about his scamming ways. Okay, girl, you were looking the other way. And she reveals that she was his fifth wife. I mean, look, with Porsha, I think she was just too busy seeing the dollar signs to, pay attention to the Yelp reviews. She also reveals that when she filed, Simon had women in their house, and she was while she was at her mom's place. So Simon ain't never been shit, but I mean, he made you look like a fool, girl. I just don't know when Porsha's gonna get it right. When will Porsha get it right, y'all? I want the best for her, but she just, I don't know. She made her bed, so I really don't have too many fucks to give about it. Next scene, we're with Kelly and her publicist at the property for her new restaurant that she's opening. Her property manager comes along and he is fine. And he's telling her there ain't no way she's going to make her grand opening because they are very behind. And she doesn't seem to be worried at all. She also tells us, throughout the scene, because of her husband, she was definitely impacted financially. I like Kelly, but this ain't no shade, but her enhancements, they're so pronounced that they can be distracting. I'm not sure if she got it for the show when she started filming, but it just looks too fresh. Like I needed to calm down. You know what I mean? I like her though. It's just distracting. Thank you, Tisha Hicks. Appreciate you. Made your first live. Welcome. I don't even watch this show, but here because I enjoy your commentary. I appreciate you for saying that. Porsha needs a good bop back into reality. Oh, I mean, she getting a good dose of reality herself. So I don't know. But yeah, next scene, we're at Britt's home with her husband. We then get a nasally background of how they met. They've been married for 5 years, and they met because he was one of her clients. She's discussing getting a new home as well as eventually having a child. He feels very nagged by it. Ouch, I pinched my nose ring. She talks so that's distracting for her. Her voice, bless her heart. Just bless her heart. I like Brit so far. She hasn't really done anything for me to really just I can't stand her. She's not giving that hardcore villain energy that Kenya gave when she first came on. But yeah, we get a background. They've been married for 5 years. They married during the pandemic, I believe, at 2020. She's discussing getting a new home as eventually having a child as well with him. He feels very nagged in this scene, and I can't tell if this husband likes his wife either. But I will say, this scene was less worse than Angela and Charles because at least she talks back to him. It looked like she puts him in his place, and he's just like, fuck, let me get away from her right quick. Let me go get a beer or something. But then Britt's mom joins them, and she's living with them. Well, she wants her to live with them while she's going to be pregnant in the future. He just looks extra miserable in this scene. She then says, I love you to him. And he says, I know. Love is important. Another happy couple. Next scene, we're with Shamia visiting her surrogate. I don't normally see the moms befriend the surrogates. Is that normal, y'all? I don't really see that a lot, but it's nice to see. Shamia talks about the complicated pregnancy with her daughter due to her surrogacy having breast cancer. And her daughter had a few complications, but everything worked out. Shamia then reveals that she got pregnant on her own afterwards. And unfortunately, it wasn't successful. And, it also could have been fatal. So as she's talking to her surrogate, it seems that she'll be trying again to have a baby through surrogacy and be referred to someone through her previous one. And just God bless her for being determined. I know the hardship, with Black women and, infant mortality, especially getting the proper care. Y'all know that is an issue that is near and dear to my heart. I was affected by that, lost my cousin. She says her husband and her as well want to both have kids. They want to have more kids. I think they have 2 kids between them. Correct me if I'm wrong. I did love this scene because it just provided more layers for Shamia. Like, I am gagged, y'all. Like, when I first heard the news that Shamia was going to be on this show, I was just like, huh? For real? A minion? What does she have to bring? And look, I'm going to eat my words. I'm going to cook that crow up, put it in the air fryer, put some hot sauce on it, some crystal, and eat it on up. Shamia, I was wrong about you. You are a fabulous addition to this show. I am enjoying you. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong, y'all. I was wrong. So far, I don't mind any of the cast members. It's the husbands that I can't stand so far. So next scene, we have besties Kelly and Britt linking up, who are no longer friends present day. I can't wait to see what happened. So they keying. Britt says she will be having a wedding ceremony because she never got to have one because of COVID. And I guess she wasn't like Cynthia Bailey and, just had hers anyway and had a super spreader event. They're then discussing the drama at Shamia's birthday. And, remember, both of them are starting beef with the vets, it looks like. Britt is still on Kenya's ring comment, it looks like. And I think Britt really needs to let it go. And also, I just cannot unsee Nicki Minaj from her. Like, she reminds me so much of like a Sheen version of Nicki Minaj. Let me see what y'all saying. Y'all saying Britt is fake. Ooh, not Stacey and TJ vibes. Oh, you mute the TV when she talks. I want to yell, blow your nose. Shamia was already around her through Candy, so they were already friendly. This scene is why Shamia is a housewife. It's a storyline unique to her, and I love the transparency with her issues. Likewise. Britt decided to go after Kenya, Kelly after Porsha, and Angela took Shamia. Look, I am here for it. I'm glad that they're not scared to, shoot for the vets. Bravo has no idea of what its audience wants based on how long it took for Shamia to get her peach. Well, to be fair, Shamia said it was her husband who didn't want to film for quite some time. And I will say, I think just from the first 2 episodes, I think they came to some compromise because it still looks like she doesn't show her husband that much. Yes, that matters too. Substance. I totally agree. The producers set Britt up for failure. Now she's on an uphill battle with the audience because they blame her for getting Kenya out. I totally agree with that. And look, I'm still trying to reserve what I want to say about the whole thing until we see it. Okay, so while they're on the topic of divorce, Britt asked Kelly about hers. And Kelly says not only did her ex-husband cheat on her, but he stole money from her company, which led to a very nasty divorce battle to present day where she's just raising her 4 daughters on her own. Oh, we got 200 people in the chat. Please like the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So then, also, did y'all see this old wedding photo of Kelly? Like, she looks drastically different. Like, she looks like Keely from 3LW. Broken Promises. She looked just like her. And also, I'm just wondering, what does she see in her husband? Because her ex-husband made Dennis look like Morris Chestnut. That's all I got to say on that. Thank you, Pip Pip Cheerio, for the super chat. It would have been great if we saw Kelly and Britt versus Porsha and Kenya. Newbies versus OGs. Well, we can't call them OGs. Like, OGs would be Nene, Sheree. Who else? Who else was still on the show? Well, I guess it would just be Nene and Sheree because I don't really like Kim, and then, the other people aren't on the show. But what we do call people that came after season 2, have been on the show for a while, we call them vets. So there's OGs, the vets, and the newbies. That's how I Candy almost feels like an OG. She might as well be, but I don't know. I still like to call Candy a vet, just technically. Oh, y'all are just showing out with the super chats. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you, Nico. Appreciate you. So let's see where we at. Next scene, we're with Drew inviting Angela and Shamia to a workout. Angela gets there first, and they're discussing the Porsha drama. Now, I forgot that Angela is Drew's friend, so of course she's seeing her side too. Drew explains that her and Dennis have a business relationship. I want to know, like, the verbiage that she said that had Porsha said no, she would have evaluated it. And I'm just like, what does that mean? That means you would have did it anyway? Is that what you're saying, Drew? That's why I'm just like, she lies so damn much. Like, that's why I kind of believe Porsha, where maybe she didn't know that Drew was trying to film or, have business with Dennis behind her back. Because a real friend would have been like, okay, if Porsha has a problem with this, then no, I'm not going to do this. Anywho, she brings up how Dennis has been an advocate for her and Ralph, which leads her to talk about her current separation. She gets emotional and says this is so she can keep her head above water. For her and her kids, I'm just like, working with Dennis, hot dog serving ass, is gonna, get into the studio and drop some beats and keep your head above water. Okay. I mean, y'all, Drew's album or EP, it just came out. Support her. Please support her, because it looked like she needs it. She says Ralph is asking for alimony. I mean, he looked like, we saw I just saw on Twitter earlier today, the timing is impeccable with Ralph, but he came out and said some dirt about Drew, gave specifics about their court orders and stuff like that. He is just such an ain't shit ninja. Y'all know what I want to say. He is like a pathetic man. He's also asking for alimony and child support, which is crazy to me, and he still lives in that damn house. Anywho, I just think she needs to be aware, like, how she's opening herself up to mess by working with Dennis in the first place. Anywho, Shamia joins them during this workout. She says she is staying neutral and doesn't want to beef with Drew. Now, after their workout, Drew goes into detail about the music she's working on, and Drew says Dennis got Ralph and Porsha's blessing. Look, whatever at this point. Angela puts Shamia on the spot, wondering why she asked Drew that messy question in front of everybody. And I think, that's a valid question. And it's civil until it turns into a back and forth all of a sudden. And Angela calls Shamia Porsha's assistant to her face. And I'm just like, okay, Angela is coming through this episode. And she's like, I have a voice. She's letting us know this in episode 2. Like, Shamia is even taken aback by this. And I will agree with her in her confessional. She says, where was this Angela when Porsha was giving it to Drew? I thought that was a very good point. Oh, absolutely. He is a BAN to the fullest. Thank you. Peace to Mateo. So before it goes left between Angela and Shamia, she excuses herself and all the ladies leave. But then we cut to Drew's confessional, and she actually agrees with Angela and calls Shamia Porsha's lapdog. Do y'all think that? I mean, I would say she's, I'm just glad she's not on the show with Candy. I want to see Shamia on her own. So far, I just think she's being a good friend to Porsha. I don't think she's up her ass. So then next scene, we're with Porsha, her daughter, and Dennis, who's listed as Porsha's ex-fiance and Drew's business partner in quotation marks. So they're, of course, discussing the Drew situation, and she feels like it's calculated on Dennis's part. Now, it looks like he is going to film with Drew regardless how Porsha feels. Porsha does not like this, very pissed off. Porsha steps away and talks to production, like in that moment, and she gets emotional. And to me, it was giving spoiled brat who isn't getting her way energy. But it seems that it's really affecting her. Like, if she don't care what they do together, whether it be working or even fucking, like, why does it matter that they're cameras? And if someone can answer that question for me in the chat or, down in the comments, please let me know why you think Porsha cares so much about Dennis filming with Drew. Now, the credits are rolling, but now we get a fast forward to 20 minutes later, and it's Porsha and Dennis talking on a hot mic. She's saying how pissed she is and how filming with Drew, like how it makes the situation look. And then he reminds her that she's still mic'd and Porsha don't care. She then tells him, "Oh, I bet you're a pro at it now, huh?" I was like, oh, not clocking him being used to the camera. But yeah, she continues her displeasure by adding in a veiled threat. And then she drives off, and that is where the episode ends. I thought this was a great episode. Definitely a 9 out of 10 for me. I'm enjoying this season, y'all. So far. Porsha, I will say, I think she just wants to be in control. Like, definitely like her spinoff where she was trying to control her image and her narrative. She loves to do that. She loves to be in control and orchestrate her image. And if anybody else goes on and goes rogue and goes off script, Porsha doesn't like that. Now, I like Porsha, but I'm just calling it how I see it. And yes, I think she threw a tantrum because she's not getting her way. It's an ego thing. She's like, this is my thing. This is my thing. Get your own thing, Dennis. Why are you even on here? But yeah, I think she wants control, like that disaster of a spinoff she tried to do that made her look like the villain yet again. But yes, I will say, let me drink this right quick. Ooh, child. Like, I'm almost kind of sounding like Brit. Like, my nose just gets stuffed up while I'm talking so much. I gotta blow my nose, but I'm trying to hold it in. Live show. Anyway, the way Porsha weaponized PJ is disgusting. I didn't like that scene. It shows what Lynn's peach juice will go to control her image. Exactly. Shamia's asking if Drew is sleeping with Dennis. Yeah, Porsha was creeping and sleeping with the whole married man. Oh. Porsha is a 50 Cent type hater. Controlling Dennis. She used PJ as a pawn. Nasty work. Oh, I remember that. Thank you for calling this out. Like, I forgot about that. That's 16 marriages. 16 marriages. I get it. Porsha doesn't want Drew to use two of her potential storylines, her baby daddy plus her business. I see what you're saying. It may be redundant if Drew does it too. Plus, who knows what Dennis will say? It's not his show. All right. Thank you, Riri. I appreciate that. Performative projection at its finest. Porsha has Arrested Development, a silly woman / child. Y'all are dragging her. I think Porsha doesn't want Dennis making money from Bravo unless she says so. Yep. I bet you a pro at it now. She doesn't want Drew throwing him a bone. Right. Because if Porsha, if he doesn't need Porsha to film, that definitely is a blow to her ego. Because this is, she brought him on the show. Anywho, y'all, I am going to wait until episode 6 to give my opinion of the season so far. But episode 2, I enjoyed it. And then episode 3, it looks like next week we're going to get into some confrontations and some direct reads. I can't wait to see it. But yeah, I'm enjoying the new storylines. It just feels fresh, new beefs. Please let me know what y'all think about, this episode. And look, y'all, I've been on here for 40 minutes. I'm going to get some sleep. I was going to do my Beverly Hills review, but I think I just want to take it easy. I think I just want to take it easy tonight. I'm not sure yet. I'll let y'all know, but I'm about to watch Drag Race right now. I'm just catching up with all my shows I miss. But anywho, y'all, this was great. Thank y'all for welcoming me back. Welcoming me back. Jet lag. Anyway, with that, y'all, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And Married to Medicine will be coming up. But according to the poll that I put up on my community, go check on it. Y'all said y'all wanted Atlanta first, then Beverly Hills, then Married to Medicine. Y'all know how I feel about Married to Medicine right now. Just saying. So yeah, Beverly Hills will be next, and then Married to Medicine. So yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna get out of here. With that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all